Hey guys, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. Good morning. I had to break this up into two because I was like, you know what? We gonna handle the business first, and then we're going to have the key tea. We're gonna have all of it later. Okay. We're going to handle the business first because you guys wanted to get caught up on the docket. You know what today is, guys? Today is the jailiversary of Ernest Williams. He's been in jail. He's been locked up now for 2 years. And we've been following this case for, it feels like it's been a year. I feel like I've been keeping my eyeballs on this case for at least a year now. Um, has it even been longer? It might be. I'm not even sure at this point. But you can run all the way back. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. We are going to get into the docket real quick so we can get all caught up and then we can get into the shenanigans later. I have some stuff planned, but I'm going to hold that close to my chest because, girl, it takes me brain power to think some of this stuff up. Like, okay, like what are we gonna do? What are we gonna follow? So it's no point in telling it now, and we will see it later. What we're gonna do this evening, but I think we're gonna have a good time. Anyway, let's get into the docket. Good morning. I see all of you guys here. Good morning. I know it's early. Well, it's 9:30. I've been up for a while. I was ready to press the go live at 8 o'clock. We've had some garage door problems. Girl, we got to get a new garage door opener. If any of you guys were around for the saga, maybe it was 6 months ago. Um, we had to get the coils. I don't if any of you guys have ever had garage door problems, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We had to get our coils replaced. It's actually the mechanism that opens your door, the garage door, and closes it. And then today, our whole mechanism is broken. So they're in the process of replacing that right now. So my husband is on duty. I was like, you know what? I mean, okay. I'm not even gonna complain because on the list of things in a house, baby, I was like, you know what? Okay. I'm not even gonna say I'm getting to go live and sip on my coffee. Rita, a lady, and Azure, good morning. It's cancer season. Yes, my youngest sister, one of my besties, um, all had birthdays last week. And Boo Boo Farah is actually a Leo, so her birthday is coming up next month. I think she actually has the same birthday with Mr. Barry. Okay, interesting enough. Um, yes. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Okay, guys. So are you guys watching Kayla Bumpus's channel? I did a highlight reel. It's not a reel, but I did a clip of our little conversation about Kayla went live yesterday in the airport. Y'all, if you did not know, I'm getting ready to tell you this now. She went live again last night with Kenneth Copeland. Kenneth Copeland, Lil Woody. Woody. Woody put up his own channel last night. Woody was live with Kayla and Kat Not Williams last night. I don't know if you guys saw that. Girl, everybody's like, you know what? Summer 2024, I'm getting my YouTube channel up and started, and these people are not playing out here. Everybody is trying to get their content out. So if you hadn't seen it, if you guys want to talk about it, let me know and we'll talk about it. But yeah, Kayla's gonna go live again tonight. Um, Stuck up and down. Girl. It started doing that yesterday for some reason. Oh, like all of a sudden, my husband was getting ready to go bring something. Um, we changed out some lighting in the house, put it that way. And he was going to the dump and he all of a sudden it started going up, and it was weird. And but I was like, you know what, this is probably the same garage door opener that this house had, because we've had this house now almost 5 years, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same damn garage door opener since they built this house. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Thank you. It's his jailiversary. Yeah, in Cup County. Um, so it's time. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things you can't even be mad at. And it's like it's basically a front door. I mean, garage door is important because that's a damn front door. Okay. So it needs to be secure and all of the things. So it's one of those you can't even be mad. You can't. There's some things in a house you don't skimp on, and that's your security. Okay. So absolutely. And we definitely use our garage, and my husband has like a whole shop and everything in there. So yeah, it's important that it's secured. Um Yes, please. Yes, please and thank you. Okay, guys. So let me tell you, okay, couple things. I guess we could talk about really quick before we get into so you guys did watch Kayla. Who watched Kayla yesterday? Can I get some ones in the chat who watched Kayla? Um so again, so someone mentioned it, I mentioned it, a couple people mentioned it. We got her saying Ernest Williams yesterday. So if you guys were there when she was live in the airport, she says she wants to look into the case, which is interesting. Um, so that was one thing. But when she mentioned Nicole Mormon, did anybody go dun dun dun? Did anybody think like, what? Does Nicole Mormon's name ring a bell for you guys? Nicole Mormon. When she mentioned Nicole Mormon, I was like, what? We looked her up after Erica King was sentenced. Remember, Erica had a couple of lawyers that she frauded. It was April Holloway. Oh, I didn't go live on Facebook. My bad, Facebook. Hold on a second. Let me fix this. I was like, wait a second. Why is Facebook not here? My bad, Facebook. Okay, let me put on um okay, Facebook is coming on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My bad. I just looked up and I was like, Facebook's not here. Okay. My bad. My bad. If you're just now joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. My bad. Blame it on my head and certainly not my heart. Did I do Okay, okay, okay. Yes. Okay, blame it on my head and not my heart. I'm sorry, guys, if you're just now joining. We're only 10 minutes in. My bad. My bad, Facebook. Okay. Okay, thank you for asking. So, okay, thank you. Okay. Can we let's before we go back into the docket, let's get familiar with some of these names, because Kayla Bumpus is actually, I mean, she's clearly well connected in Atlanta and seems to know a lot of the popular lawyers. Who knew that Nicole Mormon was a popular lawyer? I didn't know, but I know now. Because when you're a lawyer and you're getting put up in the shade room, oh, okay, sis. Um, Sis is Nicole Mormon. Like, I don't even know why they would mess with her name, because sis is a popular lawyer. Okay. She actually, let's look at this real quick. Just to refamiliarize yourselves with this particular uh this is the Superior Court of Georgia. This was ERICKA King's final disposition for probation and such. But this is, oh, so this is, let's read this again. These are her special conditions. um the defendant is advised, this is ERICKA King now, y'all. And how does this tie in? Well, do you see this name right here? Okay, and we looked everyone up. We knew who April Holloway was. We looked up Nicholas Benzine. We also looked up Eileen Nicole Mormon. Um, but like I said yesterday, if you watched Kayla Bumpus Live, she mentioned Nicole Mormon, and she said, "Oh yeah, all of the federal cases, anything federal, I always recommend Nicole Mormon. She's amazing." Da, 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 da. And I was like, Nicole Mormon? That name sounds familiar. So I actually did I was like, wait a second. Hold on. Okay. Let's read this. The defendant is advised that I know some of you guys, some of you nosy, extra nosy, are searching right now. Okay. Right now. I know. I already know. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Defendant is advised that violation of any special conditions of probation may be subject to the defendant's revocation of probation, yada, yada, yada. Defendant shall comply with the special conditions. We read all of that. Let's get to this part. Defendant shall not work as accountant, bookkeeper, fiduciary holder, manager of funds, work in any position with fiduciary trust or any other persons, organizations, business groups, et cetera, et cetera. Defendant shall not, I'm skipping, defendant shall not represent any person other than herself in any legal proceeding and shall not at any time hold herself out to any person as an attorney. Defendant shall not possess any personal identifying information belonging to any person other than herself, her children, or her spouse. Defendant shall testify truthfully in any legal proceedings related to this matter. Defendant shall have no contact. Defendant shall have no contact with April Holloway, Nicholas Benzine, and a few others, right? Let me tell you, let me go to let's go to this. When you go to the witness list, number 7, Nicholas Benzine. When you go to number 64, Eileen Nicole Mormon, okay? Let's go somewhere else real quick. Just let's see, is it on here? I was like, oh, okay, hold on a second. Let me find it. I have it on another screen. My bad. Uh Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear. Well, I'm sure you can hear Portia right now. Of course, you can hear that. Okay, here we go. Let's open this. Okay, let me. Okay, I think I found it. Okay. All right, let's go over here. Let me close that. Let me make sure you guys can see. We're in the indictment. And we see count 38. And the grand jurors aforesaid in the name on behalf of the citizens of Georgia do hereby charge the accused Ernest Williams and ERICKA King with the offense of identity fraud for the accused individually as the persons concerned with the commission of a crime, unlawfully, willfully, fraudulently, without authorization and consent, use the name of Eileen Mormon, identifying information concerning a person. Okay, so that one. And then we'll go to the other one. which was on June 10th, 2022, solicited and coerced ERICKA King to commit felony offense of identity fraud violation OCGA 169121 Fulton County by willfully, fraudulently, without authorization and consent, use the name of attorney Eileen Mormon, identifying information concerning the person in fraudulent demand letter addressed to Mark Crawl while purporting and representing Black Heritage Music, okay? Black Heritage Radio Association Trust. This was an act of racketeering. Okay. Then let me go over here. Well, let me just pull her up on Google. So Nicole Mormon. So Mormon law. Let's just go to that page. Okay, so let's go here. Can y'all see? Okay. This is Nicole Mormon. We've seen her before, right? This is her Mormon law page. Now, ma'am, here's ma'am with Fonnie Willis. Look at Fonnie. Okay. Now, let's see. Fulton County's new district attorney, Fonnie Willis. Okay. There she is there. That's, I mean, that would be to be expected. She's an Atlanta lawyer. Now, here she is. She was one of the defense attorneys or lead attorney for Lil Durk a couple of years ago. So she actually, the charges that he had against him, I believe, were dismissed. So I think she became very popular representing Lil Durk. And look at her. Wait a second. Look at her with Mark Winnie. I was like, wait a second. Is that Mark Winnie from WSB TV? So, okay. There she is with Mark Winnie and various other people. And then also look at her swearing in. And look at the bench. Judge Eric Dunaway. Guess who's Nesto's judge right now? Nesto's judge swearing in Eileen Nicole Mormon. Okay. Is there a tie-in for you guys? So he swore her in. He's also the judge presiding over Nesto's RICO. And Nesto's co-defendant took Eileen Mormon's identity. Nesto, sir, you got some problems in Fulton County, and it's not the bloggers. It's just you did too much in Fulton County. Everybody knows everybody. I'm sorry, Facebook. We got there late. I'm sorry, Facebook boo-boos. Okay. I realized I didn't press the Facebook button. But yes. So I don't know that there's a conflict there. I mean, judges swear in new attorneys all the time, but if the fact that we didn't know April Holloway is an out of towner. Nicole Mormon, she came from out of town, but she's been here establishing herself and making contacts and all of the things. Not to say April Holloway is not, but she was also sworn in by Judge Dunaway. Judge Dunaway is actually presiding over Nesto's RICO, where one of the offenses include dun 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 using Eileen Mormon's name. Okay. I was looking at this last night. I was like, what? Sir, you are freaking cooked. Atlanta is too small, sir. It's too small for you to be doing what you were doing and running around using prominent attorneys' names. Like April Holloway, we just heard her name the most, but Eileen Nicole Mormon is known in Atlanta. She is a very well known. And like I said, Kayla Bumpus mentioned her last night. Like, as in, she was one of the attorneys that showed up on Kayla Bumpus's behalf when everything went down and Ashley Merchant and all of the people showed up, not initially for Steele, but the attorneys that showed up for her. Um, Nicole Mormon was one of them. Okay. I mean, look, I'm not saying look, we already know what Erica King did. Erica King, she went ahead and took the L because they realized how much they fucked up. But it was interesting when she mentioned Nicole Mormon. So anyway, there were several people bubbling up Ernest Williams' name last night. And it's interesting. Look, I mean, we definitely have a great community, but there's other people out here taking look at cases. And, and I think it's interesting to hear other people's perspective. And as Nesto wants to try to quiet things down, whether a defense attorney looks at Nesto's case and thinks, well, there's some opportunities here. At the end of the day, this man has so much going on, not only with the RICO, with the sexual assaults, with the child pornography. Sir has a lot going on. And I think it's interesting to hear other people's perspectives. So we'll see if Kayla picks this up or not in terms of something to discuss. But it seems like she's having like a who's who and what's what on her channel. And it's interesting. Anyway, but yeah, that's the tie-in with Nicole Mormon. Also, let me pull up did I save that? Hold on. I know I saved it. Girl, she's there was look, I'm just gonna pull up the pictures. Did I save this? I thought I saved it. Well, let's see. That's her there. We looked at that. The day ERICKA was sentenced. Let me see if I can find the Shade Room post. Apparently she was dealing with a guy who was a guy named Trouble who was killed like 2 years ago, and allegedly her boo. And they had it in the, let's see. Now, so yeah, this guy right here, I believe was shot in his vehicle 2 years ago. So, Sir is no longer in the land of the living. Apparently that was her boo. It was no like attorney client type romance. This is, I guess, something that happened once, at some point, and that was her boo. And so I was reading about it last night. But this is a guy named Trouble who he was on Alive 2 years ago, and that was some of the shenanigans posted to the Shade Room. And then I guess some other stuff with them. Also, they just, they were saying she was a baddie and she's this and she's that when she was representing Lil Durk. And it's just funny to me that Nesto and Erica King, or Nesto specifically, because she says she was coerced, would pick such a popular attorney to fraud. Like, maybe you would think you'd pick someone less notable, but you're going to pick some of the top attorneys in town. And those names meant nothing to any of us who were not in that area. But at the end of the day, that just dumb. Yeah, just dumb. Dumb. Alexis Sky, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Alexis Sky is tied into this. There's a lot, she's popular, put it that way. And like I said, she was if I could find the Shade Room posts, but I guess whenever he passed away, Shade Room posted these pictures. And I guess, there'd just been talk about Dirk's sexy lawyer, da 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 da. She's got the curvy, all of the things, and and she's smart and I guess delivers results for her clients, right? So, anyway, interesting tie in. Like I said, I heard Kayla mention her name yesterday. And I was like, wait a second, that's a name on the witness list. That's a name of people who Ernest and um, ERICKA King got at and frauded, identity thefted, all of those things. So that was interesting. And I mean, we can say that at least about ERICKA King because um, she has now been convicted of those crimes, right? So, and on her order of probation, she is ordered to have no communications with those people. And so it was so ordered and all of the things. So, we can say that because it is right here. Defendants shall have no contact with April Holloway, Nicholas Benzine, Eileen Nicole Mormon, um, one of the attorneys listed in the RICO that name was used to further some of this RICO criminal enterprise that Ernest Williams is accused of and ERICKA King is now convicted of participating in. Okay. Okay. I feel like I'm forgetting to say something, but I'm trying to tie as much because it's like, wow, what a tangled web, right? So if Kayla gets into back to Kayla Bumpus, if Kayla Bumpus gets into talking about this case, there's a personal connection because Kayla Nicole came on Kayla's behalf when the whole thing went down with Judge Glanville. So if you've been keeping up, if you want to keep up on some of the drama side, and I'm just using kind of the not specific to the YSL case, but what's going on with some of the lawyers behind the scenes, that's probably where you're going to find some of that. Anyway, and like I said earlier, if you're just now coming in, Lil Woody went live too, and he put up a channel yesterday, which I was kind of like, what? But me, I didn't get an alert that you were live. What? 80% CMOS? Are you kidding me? I'm going to go live again tonight and we're going to do a special jailiversary tonight. This is just I wanted to do this catch up and not like and split it up because I didn't want to be live for like 3 hours tonight. On some this and then try and also have a laugh. I mean, we're gonna have a laugh now too, of course, but I felt like, you know what, let's split up the business and we'll get into go taking a trip down memory lane. Okay. Plus I need some time to collect all of my pictures and all of the things since old Ponytail took down Nesto's Instagram, but that's okay because we've filmed enough of that Instagram to be able to still have what we need. I thought Woody was trying to stay incognito. Well, you tell me, Vicky. Let's see. Vicky, great call out. Thank you once again. Vicky is so cute. Um, Great call out, sis. I appreciate you saying that. Let's go ahead and see if he's trying to stay incognito. Okay, hold on a second. Let's see what's going on over here. Let's see who's trying to stay incognito. Hold up. Hold up. Sir is posting himself driving an 18-wheel tractor trailer. Uh Look, I'm not saying a word, okay? If you gonna put it on a YouTube channel, then baby, that's your business. Okay. Sir is learning how to drive trucks. Hold on. Hold on. Let me wait. Let me click on this. Let me get to his channel. Hold up. Okay, here we go. Kenneth Copeland, Lil Woody, 370. And you're like, no, really? Is that really his channel? Who else is going to have access to him driving a forklift? Sir is over here driving forklifts. Okay. Look, good for him that he's, you know what I mean? Whatever it is that you want to call what he's doing, good for him. Okay.
Are they at the
I
age
think
where they
Kayla helped him out last night. Get his first live up and running, but I guess we could listen to a little bit since we're kind of all over the place today. So here we go.
Put your phone on do not disturb. All right. Okay. Hello, was it? Yeah.
I can see you now.
Okay, cause somebody called.
Glitching though. Are you on Wi-Fi?
No, somebody called him.
Cause your last live, it just kept like freezing.
My last? Oh, okay.
Okay, this is, you guys know when someone goes live for the first couple of times, girl, it's always a little bit of a struggle. But let's get into it. So here's Lil Woody on his channel. Let's get a timestamp. Yesterday he had about 1,400. This morning he's got 2,500. He's got 5,000 views. When I saw this last night, he didn't even have 1,000 views yet. But yeah, Woody has no idea how much the world has his back. Yeah, people look. I think people are interested in this. He is such an interesting personality, and I think the way that he testified, I mean, it tickled a lot of people. So at the end of the day, I guess people are here for it because they are tuning in and interested in hearing this aspect. Period. Okay. Absolute girl. The opposite. The opposite is Nesto and them in the jail. 504. Good morning. Just like a criminal. Let's see. He has the skill to. Yes. So it looks like he's trying to do that. I mean, looks like he's trying to do that. I don't know if he drives trucks already, but obviously he was operating a 53-foot a tractor trailer hauler, and he's over there on the forklift, all the things. He's activated a YouTube channel. I mean, look, there are people getting millions of views off of this. Why not? If you want to discuss some things, you know what I mean? Like, this is social media. So that's only going to make the coverage, the interest grow. Okay. When people opt in to tell their own story, we know this, right? All right, let's hear a little bit about what they got going on over here.
Somebody just said over and over, that was it. Are you just talking to me?
Who?
You were.
No, I said they keep asking us the same thing over and over. So we got to get 1,000 people in there before we start talking.
Kayla knows exactly what to look at. Lil Woody. He's like, wait a second, what? 1,000 people? I don't know how many people they had at the top of their live. I'm gonna be honest, because I wasn't watching when it was live. I saw it. And look at the title of the live, guys. This is funny. Well, you may not be able to see it. The name of the live is You Fired. Okay. That's the name of his first live, is You Fired. We're not staying here long because we're going to get into the docket, EARNEST docket, real quick, because we got a lot of ground to cover for later. But I'm just showing you guys right now what happened last night.
So they oh, she bad. You ready?
So they're saying, so Kayla is saying that people keep asking the same questions over and over and over again. So I guess she wants to get down to it once and for all, the situation with the two of them. Okay. Let's fast forward a little bit.
Yeah.
How you gonna do that? Tell us how you gonna do that.
Well,
Okay, somebody send me some good questions. What are the questions y'all keep saying? Okay, Woody, somebody said they don't want to hear about the case. They want to know, what are your goals for after the case?
To help out a lot of families that they've been through they've been victimized by me and other people in the streets. Helping out my partners and being there for those that I'm starting a nonprofit.
Okay,
Yeah.
how you gonna do that? Tell us how you gonna do that.
Well, there's a whole lot of interviews coming in, whole lot of money coming in. You know what I mean? So all my life I always been giving back. I always been doing good by those. So that's all in my heart right now.
Okay, what about?
Okay, guys, if you want to watch this, yes, girl, if you want to watch not the interview, if you want to watch Lil Woody's first live on his channel, his attorney, one of his attorneys, was there helping facilitate the live stream, and Kat Not Williams showed up. Here she is. Sis does live streams on YSL. I really like her. I'm subscribed to her. And they had a good talk. So go check it out. If that's what you want to do, go check it out. You know, don't say Fran told me to subscribe. You do what you want to do. I'm just saying, if you want to see this interview, go check it out, right? And that's it. That's all. Okay. But he says he wants to help people. He wants to try to maybe make some rights wrong. He said he wants to be there for people that he victimized. Which is interesting. But yeah, go listen to the interview. We're not going to review this whole entire video, but this is the point. Woody is live. Kayla Bumpus has come to the YouTube street. She's shaking things up. As I said earlier, she brought to my awareness yesterday the whole Nicole Mormon thing, which I did not realize that she was as popular of attorney as I'm now finding out that she is, that she's had a lot of celebrity clients, that she had a rapper Boo, who also passed away a couple of years ago. And that was one of the people that ERICKA King used their name in the RICO, what's now is the RICO trial against Ernest Williams, that they used a very popular, well-connected, plugged-in attorney who was very well known in Atlanta, also who happened to have been sworn in by Nesto's judge. Hold on a second. I'm on the wrong page. Hold on. I'm on her personal page. Let me go to her law firm page, who was also sworn in by Nesto's current judge. So if you're just now coming in, Nicole, whose name was used by ERICKA King, was sworn in by Judge Eric Dunaway, okay? Being sworn into Georgia courts by my former supervisor, Judge Eric Dunaway. Nesto, sir, you better spend some time praying, sir, because that's your judge. That's your judge that's overseeing your RICO, okay? One of the counts on your RICO clearly states Eileen Nicole Mormon. Sir, you better pray, okay? Like, this case hit so close to home with so many familiar names in the community of Fulton County. Baby, the last thing that Sonia Durham Waller needs to be doing is talking about a mom blogger who's sitting in their own home in the Charlotte, North Carolina, Mecklenburg County. Okay. You need to worry about the shenanigans your man was unleashing over there in Fulton County. Being worried about what's going on in these clouds, baby, is a whole entire waste of your time, which may be one of the reasons why someone asked me in my Instagram DMs, what's going on with Hoover's gag request, the gag order request. Nothing is going on with it. That's what we're getting ready to look up right now. Okay. And yes, we are getting together later on this evening. I just didn't want to do all of this tonight because it's Sunday night and I want to have a little kiki tonight. But and some drinks, maybe a drink. I don't want to be all, because it's a serious matter. But okay, let's get into this right here. Okay, let's get into it. All right. Next time you're gonna try to take someone's ID, don't take like one of the most popular attorneys in town. That's silly. Hold on, let me make this bigger. Okay. All right, this is the RICO here. Okay, this is the RICO. This is the CP. Okay. Anyone looking? This is the RICO 24SC001723. 24PI001839 is the CP charges. Okay. The photos, the possession of child pornography, and 23CP219961 are the sexual assault charges. Okay. And then these over here, you're going to notice say closed, right? These three. All right. These are ones that were previously indicted, but these two were previously indicted, but no pros. And this one, for some reason, still stays open. And this is a theft by deception. I need to match it up to see specifically which theft by deception that is, but I believe it's rolled into this particular one. 22CP210500 is rolled into the RICO. But let's get into it. Sometimes I'm going to take some of this down just because I don't want to show any, even if we know that they're not active addresses, I don't want to show anything that is not, because for some reason, whenever I get up into this, it's always a damn problem. So I'm going to try my best to make sure that nothing, okay, you guys follow me. All right, let's see. All right, so we're here. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. I'm aware I don't have it up yet. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. This is the RICO. 24SC001723. This is the RICO. This is the state of Georgia versus Ernest Williams. Okay. Who is the judge? Eric Dunaway. Who's Eric Dunaway? He swore in one of the victims of Nesto's shenanigans. Okay. Okay. Hello. Let me get some bingos in the chat. Let me get some bullseyes. If you got bullseyes, if you don't have membership, give me a bullseye. If you are a member, drop some bingos on this Sunday morning. Give me some BINGOs. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This actually might help someone who stays far behind on the case. So thank you for the sticker, sis. Thank you so much. And thank you. Bonjour to 14 plus. Let me drop some coins on you too. Okay. Are we all in the same place? Let's make sure we're all okay. Thank you. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Everybody is dropping. Good morning. And let's get some Sundays in the chat and some prayer hands. Good morning, because someone is going to need some prayer for this case. Mocha Wine, the birthday girl. Good morning. Good morning. Sis was her birthday weekend. She got some nice time off to enjoy and rest and relax and do all of the things. Okay. Let's get some Sundays in the chat. Let's see. So Eric Dunaway. Yes. Okay. Let's Let's quickly scroll. Let me take this. Let me scroll down the street because I don't want anything, baby. Oof. Okay. So we have all of this is the RICO. It's a serious, so as if felonies are not serious enough, it's a serious felony. I almost would think that would be redundant, but felony and a serious felony. So it's even like super, they may as well just call it like super felony. Okay. So we've got all of this. Now let's just go quickly to the docket. So the events and hearings. Now, what's going on? Let's see. Let's go to what's current because we're back in 2022 right now. We're not revisiting the entirety of the docket. Let's go current. All right, let's get to, so we've seen all of this, Judge Manning, the bond hearing, all of this. Some of this stuff can be matched up with the phone calls, the videos, the text messages. How are you doing? How did court go today? All of the things. Here's the criminal indictment. We know what that looks like. Do I have it right here? Hold on. Didn't I just pull that up? Okay. Here's the criminal indictment, right? All right, let's go back. I'm like, where am I? Just a second, guys. It's like I like to keep my open screens next to each other because I'm like, where am I? I just got lost. Okay, here we go. I'm like, my God. Okay, here we go. Okay, so notice of state's intent to seek recidivist. So this was the indictment. And we're going by dates here. So when I'm talking about the docket, we're looking at like the chain of events. That's what does RICO stand for? Let's see. Let's see. I will tell you in just a second. I don't want to get it wrong. Racketeering, influenced, and corrupt organizations. Okay. The Racketeering, Influenced, and Corrupt Organization Act is a United States federal law. That provides for extended criminal penalties and a civil cause of action for acts performed as part of an ongoing criminal organization. Okay. Let me do that. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. There we go. That's it right there. Okay. Okay. All right. You got that, guys? All right. Good question. Thank you for bubbling that up. Okay. So on the 23rd, he was charged with the RICO. Okay. And that came was that like the day after he had gone live on Infamous Sylvia's channel? The indictment was not a result of him going live on Sylvia's channel. It just was it's called serendipity. Basically the term for happy accident. That he ran his mouth all up and down the YouTube streets, and the very next day he gets slapped in the face with a damn 40 count 59 act RICO. Okay. On the 25th, Will Wooten filed a recidivist, in the state's intent to seek recidivist punishment, which we've gone over that. I think most of these things are filed on my Patreon. Whatever's not filed, I'm going to make like there's earnest documents throughout the Patreon, but I'm going to just do one of this little time frame from the indictment to the recidivist. Anything that's been filed, Sean Hoover's intent to entry, all of that stuff, I will make a one packet for that, like a one click, and all of it will be in one folder. Moving on. I'm going to just call it like Ernest Rico or something like that. And I'm going to make a one folder and I'll put all that stuff in there, but just give me like a few days to, because I've got everything, but it's just a matter of like, okay, what do I need to put in here? So just give me a minute and I'll have that put up for any of you guys who want to read and see this stuff all put together. Because I know I've got all of it. Anyway, here's the notice to seek the reset. So basically that this was the document that basically where they said that they were going to prosecute him to the fullest. Hold on a second, please, guys. Dear. Okay, guys, sorry. Okay. So the recidivist punishment, the 26, it was the notice of entry from Sean Hoover. Somebody asked me in my Instagram, let me go to the question, and I think we talked about this yesterday. Did Nesto's attorney enter into some sort of a plea deal for Nesto? And that's just not the case. I don't really understand what they were talking about. But as far as initially when Sean Hoover came in, let me make this big. Some stuff I can click on. Hold on. He entered in on 426. This is Sean Hoover. Undersigned counsel hereby makes appearance on behalf of defendant in the above styled action. This is when he files the notice of entry, basically coming in as his attorney of record on this case. That was it. When Nesto went to court later, okay, so the notice of defendant's election to proceed under, this is the next one right here. So that was him entering in. And I think we checked in numerous times in between. And I'm like, he hasn't filed anything. He hasn't filed anything yet. And then finally he started filing some documents. So then there was the defendant's election to proceed under OCGA 1716-2. And I believe we talked about this. I almost think that Pam did a live on this too. 1716-2. So, let's see. All right, so we're over here. So so it was actually 1716-1. Okay, just a second. Let me go back on that. 1716-1. So he says that he's going to proceed under 1716-1. Okay, here's 1716-1. So basically it was a notice of intent, basically, that they're going under the procedures of 1716-1. Like at the end of the day, these were just some normal filings. These were like some customary filings. And then, but they have it under here as 1716-2. Let me go back to that one. but basically it's giving definitions, procedural rules, and basically that there, so I think it's probably some sort of a formality entering into the court that they are going to follow by these particular set of Georgia code, right? And then it goes to this, that this was the day of the plea and arraignment when he came in and they set the calendar. Wait, let's get over here. And I believe he put in his not guilty. Let me see what this is over here. Because they set the calendar notice for this is just the documentation that was filed under this. But at the end of the day, this was basically the calendar notice to come to court on 5/29. And that was pretty much it. When he went to court, let's see, let me go back over here. So they went to court. They put in, because he put in a not guilty, he's got, they filed a witness list the following day, which we've looked at that. We just looked at that this morning again too. Let me see. That's this. All right. We have the witness list, all of this, okay? And then the discovery requests, we went through all of that. The discovery that's coming to Nesto, his discovery packet that he wanted to get. We went through this in, which I'll have to pull this. I'm just clicking and you only get the face sheet, but I've got all of this in my files, which we've talked about a lot of this already. And it's all in the playlist. So if you're looking for when we talked about the discovery face sheet, where it had the interviews, it had the jail phone calls, jail videos, all of the things. There is the motion that was filed initially. This is the gag order request that Sean requested, which we've also read this. Everything is in the playlist. So if you're new here, welcome. All of this is in the playlist. So we've gone over all of this. There's nothing in here. Nesto does not have a plea deal. Nesto, and if Nesto does have a plea deal, there's nothing that's been documented. There's nothing that's been talked about. They have him set to go back to court in October. He didn't plead guilty. If Nesto were going to have a plea deal, he would have to plead guilty to these charges to be able to get something from the state. But it seems like the state is proceeding. They're sending him discovery. They're proceeding as expected in a case that is going to be, the hearings are scheduled in October. So there's nothing new that I know about as far as this case is concerned. And as far as his other two cases, there's no other progression in those either. I've looked at the dockets, and they've both been quiet since, one's been quiet since April, and I think the other one's been quiet since March. No movement on the sexual assault since the last time that we saw, and then he got a little bit of a bail reduction, and then no movement on the child pornography. No movement at all. Comes now, defendant Ernest Williams is done away. Oh. Good morning, Tish. How are you, sis? How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Well, that's, Google is serious about getting their coins, okay? Happy Sunday, guys. Okay, so that's basically, so let's go back and see, make sure we're not missing anything. Um as far as Nesto having court next week, I don't know anything about that, I'm gonna be honest. Um Motion discovery requests. I think he said recently he still hadn't received his discovery. Dennis filed a rebuttal to the gag order that's in here. I don't want to open it up because it's got I think maybe his business address or something's on there, but I don't want to show any address, I'm gonna be honest. Let me see what this extrajudicial statements were. I feel like we went through all of this. Notice imposing gag order. Okay, yes. Okay. Certificate of discovery. Is this it right here? Just a moment. We saw this. This is the certificate of discovery. Basically, the state's first certificate of discovery comes now. State of Georgia, by and through the undersigned council, certifies that in accordance with OCGA, remember this 1716-1. So the procedure outlined in OCGA 1716-1, which we just looked at. Counsel of record for defendant Ernest Williams has been served with a copy of the following items by copying said items to a 1 terabyte one-touch hard drive provided by counsel of record for the defendant. The items listed below, due to their sensitive nature, have not been filed with the clerk's office. And it includes, but of course not limited to, thank you to someone who just hit my catch up. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Hey, Amber. Good morning. Good morning to everyone coming in. Make sure to hit the thumbs up. We're getting started on the JAILIVERSARY. We'll be back later on. But sis wanted to kind of do this housekeeping separate, and then we'll get with the shenanigans later to include a couple of things. But I'm going to just keep y'all surprised on what we're going to talk about, because that way I won't have to see it later. Okay, so let's see. The items listed below, due to their sensitive nature, have not been filed directly to the clerk's office, and they are, but not limited to, and you guys have seen this. And if you want to see more in detail, hit the playlist. The playlist is totally up to date, guys. But there's bank records, there's defendant interviews, and defendant interviews are not interviews with Bible Lady. That's not the interviews. We don't know, like Nesto is not going to sit on the phone and tell Sonia Ponytail that he sat and talked to the police. Okay. Also, when he was initially detained on his initial arrest date, which was 7/7, he talked to the police, right? He talked to them a little bit. So that's an interview. So if he sat in a room and talked, or they brought him in and he lawyered up, or his ride downtown, those are all considered interviews. So defendant interviews and body worn cameras. So any of his interactions with Fields, the arresting officers, his ride downtown, all of it, all of that, defendant interviews and body worn camera. His GCIC, the Georgia, what is that? His Georgia crime information packet. Okay. The indictment, his Instagram records, Sonia, his Instagram records, not his Instagram screenshots. They got that good information from Meta. Okay. Instagram records, probably including the IP's address of the lady with the ponytail who went through and tried to scrub it clean. Okay. Instagram records. They also coming for the jail calls. Okay. That big global tel link file. Okay. Okay. The jail calls. Okay. King external hard. That's not a software company. King external hard drives. King. Who's King? ERICKA King. ERICKA King, who is the one who defrauded this lady right here, Eileen Nicole Mormon, who was sworn in by who? Look at that name on the bench, y'all. Eric Dunaway. Nicole, they used her name being sworn in by the Georgia courts by my former supervisor, Eric Dunaway. Okay. Who's the judge over the RICO? Eric Dunaway. Okay. ERICKA King did what? She pleaded guilty to 19 offenses, 14 of which, was it 14 or 15 felonies, 4 misdemeanors? Okay. As in ERICKA. We're making it all make sense on a Sunday. Okay. King's external hard drive. A snack and a meal. Hey, boo. I think that's probably a renewal because I know you were a member before. Thank you. Defendant interviews. That's why he keeps telling Boneytail he's done. He said something he had some interactions, but me. Okay. He talked to somebody. He did something. He talked to someone at some point because they have defendant interviews. They wouldn't have interview. They're not talking about him talking to Bible lady for 3 hours. That's a jail call. Okay, let's clarify that. He was on his jail phone. That would be a jail call if they even included that call. I don't know, but to date they have 30 megabytes, 11 files, and 2 folders. Okay. Of jail calls. Okay. King external hard drives. They have her computers, 3.7 gigabytes of information, 7,270 files, 196 folders. It's a frandrew. Okay. It's a franjou. Okay. That's French for it's the fuckery. It's fuckery. Franjou and profit. That means fuckery in French. Okay. I'm just kidding. C'est franjou et profit. Okay. RICO evidence by scheme. I love the way that they titled that, by scheme. Okay. That means, okay. So calling them the scheme team early on was so appropriate. You can't get mad, okay? Because they said it's a RICO evidence by scheme. 37.2 gigabytes. Does anybody know how much a terabyte actually equals? Bonjour et profite. Does anyone know how many gigabytes are in a terabyte? Come on, y'all. Y'all got to know. Thank you. Look at the snack and a meal, baby. Baby was like, don't play with me. Okay. So c'est un franjou et confit. That means a fucking mess. Okay. We're making new words. It's a lot. Okay. Okay. Let's see. RICO evidence by scheme. Roswell Police Department, 822 kilobytes and 1 file. Search warrants aplenty. Now, what I was trying to find today, which I couldn't find, but I'm gonna put my hands on it. I want the original arrest narrative on the day that because I know I've seen it and I've read it and I just got to put my fingers on it, was when Officer Fields was like, I was driving down the street and noticed a F-350 and saw him turn around and go into a business park and da 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 and stopped and appeared to be taking pictures and blah 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 da 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 da. So I gotta find. That's what I'm working on finding, and I should have. We gonna get our hands on it because I know sis got it, but damn it, I gotta find it. Okay, this is gonna be working on that, but I gotta take Boo Boo. Boo Boo and I are going to the movies. Well, I bought 3 tickets, so I guess we're all going to the movies. And then I gotta get some time to prepare. So, girl, I want to see that damn body cam video. Like me, it's gonna be the worth the price of a plane ticket because I don't know if I'm gonna drive or not, but I want to see the body worn camera footage of him in the F-350 acting like he don't know what the hell, which he wasn't in the F-350. I think he was standing outside in a business park when Officer Fields pulled up. I think he was already outside of the car and pretending to be taking pictures. But from what we understand, wasn't he on the phone with Sonya? I feel like we've heard calls that he was on the phone with Sonya, and or maybe he had just got off the phone with Sonya. Something something to that effect. You guys let me know because my brain is mashed potatoes with all of this stuff that we've had to remember. Um, but I do remember Officer Fields saw him and he was in Roswell. And he turned into some business park and was pretending to be looking at real estate. And she basically came up on him and he was like, "What?" And it was like, "Okay, I've been looking for you," type thing. The interview body camera files bigger than the other files. No, it's some T in there. Okay. 42 gig. Yeah, it's probably all in H 35 files. 35 files. I mean, Nesto has to have been doing some sort of talking. He tries to make it seem like he's never had any interactions with the detectives or the police, but line 2 says different, right? I say I'm gonna have to make some special Bougie Gang t-shirts and everybody swag them out how they want, like some jeans and a cute like blazer, just some Bougie Gang meet up on the front steps of the courthouse and let's go take our seats for me. Um Absolutely, absolutely. So yes, but defendant, yes, because they are referring to both of them. So great call out, Black Hourglass. Thank you for that distinction. This is not just Nesto. Keep in mind they also rated the house. They rated 990 and 980. Those houses were rated. So those body worn cameras are probably going to be part of the evidence where they retrieved all of the documents stating things like, oh, hold on a sec. Let me see. Do I have that pulled up? Hold on. Let me see if I could pull this up fast. If it's going to take me too long, I'm not going to bother. But remember the law documents that were the law firm documents that were being created. Um, let me illustrate just to bring home the. Is this it? Hold on, let me provide one more nugget of information here. Let's see. Let's see. Let me show you guys this. So you guys know who the Crawls are, right? Mark and Elena, the homeowners of 990. So catch this. On June 10th, 2022, Mark contacted Gordon and advised that he and Elena received a cease and desist letter from the head of Goldman Sutton LLP and signed Eileen Mormon. Eileen is the legal first name, the government. Eileen Nicole Mormon, attorney at law, wealth management division, which does not exist. Lucid Trust Goldman Sutton LLP. This is the fake law firm. The phone number, email, open source records, return current. So hold on a second. Let me get exactly what I want to show you. This was of the fake law firm, okay? The fake law firm Goldman Sutton. They used like April Holloway, yes, but if you see how many times they use this lady's name, Lil Durk's attorney, the rapper Trouble's girlfriend, baby. They said to never. Erica King, you are to never. Why would they pick a popular attorney's name? That's crazy, right? 990 was the one that 990 is the one that Nesto and that had Nesto's name on it, and 980 was the one that had Erica King. But I don't know that he was residing there. He might have been sleeping on the floor. There was no furniture in there. That property was leased right around the same time that they got evicted from, hold on a second. Right around the same time that they were evicted from this place right here. All right, right around the time that they got evicted from this place right here, which was the house that Shirley loved on Bent Creek Manor, okay? A lease was signed in Nesto, Shirley, and Sheridan's name. I think Sheridan was on the lease on some, I think Nesto and Shirley were the main ones on the lease. Sheridan was on there because obviously if you have another adult living in the place, but I don't know why they would have like, he said Shirley wouldn't have wanted to live there, but why is that even relevant? But I think that he was trying to secure another house because they just got evicted from this and then she was staying in a hotel and he was staying in his RV. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know where he was living. They say he was living in his RV. They say he could not go live where Shirley was living because everywhere that she wanted to go, none of the friends would allow him to come. It was on some you can come, but Nesto can't. So Sheridan, all of that, right? But there's no proof that he actually lived in 990 other than the fact that he did go over to 990. He had possessions in 990, but there were no furnishings. It didn't appear that anyone was living there. There was like a bunch of junk in there, but there wasn't any proof or evidence that anybody actually lived there. Let me finish this up too real quick because I think we got into the other I'm going to go back to that other document real quick, but just to finish this up. So there was a opposition. So Dennis, this is Dennis's order right here. I'm not going to click on it. I think we saw it. The opposition for the defendant's gag order. None of that has been addressed yet. None of it's been addressed. That was filed on 6/4. We stopped right here on the discovery. This was the next thing, which was the motion for the opposition, which was Dennis from Hip Hop Inquirer posted that. And because if you see Dennis's name on the docket, it's because he's now listed as an interested party because he filed a motion. He basically entered the chat. He filed a motion in opposition to the gag order to basically for the media. Basically, he filed in his name, but for the media's interest in general, put it that way, so that we still can have open access to this trial. So Dennis did that on his own accord. Um, and then the next hearing is on 10/2. So there's nothing filed for anything else yet. The judge does not seem phased by Nesto's lawyer putting in for any type of anything on that. They'll be back in October. If there's something new, we'll get an alert and we'll find out. But considering, you know what I'm saying? Considering. All right, let's get back to this too. Hold on a second. Let me go back to where were we? We were just on that. Did I close that document out? We were looking at the discovery document. Hold on. Okay. This is what we were looking at. Okay. We were looking at this, right? Okay, so the RICO evidence separated by scheme, Roswell Police Department, search warrants, Williams prior convictions, witness list. They already knew they weren't going to be looking at ERICKA's. ERICKA had already expressed interest in putting in a proffer and copping a plea. So when this was entered in on what date was that again? When this was entered in, keep in mind this too, even though, yes, King interviews would have been included in some of the King discovery, like her computer, etc. She had already expressed by 6/3, ERICKA King had already expressed that she was going to be putting in a guilty plea. So even though, yes, that was a good call out, Black Hourglass, I think some of the things were, they may have included some of those things, but they didn't put like King's prior convictions because they already knew it was going to be not relevant at that point, just because. And I mean, maybe they do want that too. They probably want everything so that they can plan their defense. But if they probably just have to request that because they didn't put in King's prior convictions because I guess they didn't need to include that because she's already put in a plea of guilty. So maybe that's something else that they would have to request if she does whatever her criminal background looks like. They'll probably have to put that in there. But this is not final. This was the first list of discovery, right? Williams prior convictions, witness list, which we kind of just breezed through again. And then the discovery by index. Let's go back to really quick. And then I think I'm gonna let y'all go unless you guys have any other questions for me. If you guys want like to look at the CP and the SA, there's really nothing going on with that, but we can just skim past that just to say, just so we, kind of, oh, let me pull up the actual, when I click on it here, it's only gives me the face sheet. Let me pull that up. Hold on. I'll let you guys look at this real quick while do you guys want to how long have we been doing this? About an hour and a half now. Let's take a quick intermission. I'm gonna we're not over, but let me take a quick intermission and then let me pull up this. Well, let's see if I can find it fast. If anyone needs to take a little bathroom break, let's see. Oh, is this it? Oh, I found it. I found it. I found it fast. So let's pivot. I feel like there's more. Let me just make sure one name has been redacted out. Mm. Okay. We've looked at this. Let's see. All right, Nick Benzine, that's as it relates to ERICKA King. We know who Gail Bickham is. There's a lot of law enforcement on here, Marion. There's a lot of people. So obviously we're matching up names to the indictment. Um, I mean, we could do that exercise. I know we've talked about that. We just never got to it. Benzine, Bickham, Calvin Cawthon. I mean, there's definitely some very familiar names here. Jasmine Collins, and then we have all of these custodian of records. So all of these companies that they reached out to, companies, municipalities, all of these banks, everything looking for records. Regina Delaney, Judge Ashley Drake. This was one of the judges that were frauded in the shenanigans of ERICKA King and Nesto, of course, Natalie Fields, okay, amongst many others. Um, Jennifer Green from Henry County Police Department, Andre Grossi. Um, we see Chantel Hawker, April Holloway, Steve Harvey, amongst many. ERICKA King is on the witness list, okay? On this, she's not a co-defendant. She's I mean, and I guess you could still be co-defendant and be on the witness list, but okay. So again, number 64, I mean, it's like, sir. Dawn Popolowski, she is the property manager. When we are referring to Bent Creek Manor, the beautiful home that I was showing you before. So many. I need to redact this list a little bit so I don't even feel comfortable scrolling anymore, because just in case, I don't want to scroll past anything I don't want to show. Which there's a name on here that has not been redacted off, and some of you may or may not know the name, but I don't want to make it obvious. Um and then, so the list at this moment, as far as what we have, dated what? Hold on. Dated May 30th, 2024, baby, 95. Okay. At the end, and such a fitting end. Jasper Williams, the Reverend Doctor, the Reverend who married Mr. and Mrs. Williams, Mr. and Mrs. Ernest Shirley Strawberry Williams, Jasper Williams, number 95. So, I mean, it could still be a growing list. We don't have an update on the witness list, but a lot of information. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Always G. Yes. Thank you. I do this for you guys. Nesta really thinks, all these victims, cops, judges, banks will help him be found innocent. Baby, he better stop it. He better stop it right now. Okay. It's the Judge Dunaway for me. Okay. Like, he knows one of the victims. So I mean, I don't know if there's anything other than, former supervisor. Okay. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's a small, I mean, it means that there's some familiarity there, but it doesn't mean anything else outside of that. Right. But yeah, I wanted to do this early because I didn't want to get into these weeds later. Because I want to have, we want to take a little trip down memory lane. Okay. We're going to take a little trip down memory lane. So I've already set it up. It's going to roll you into it. And I know you guys are already going to say, I've got my notification set, but let the live roll you in. Hit the notify me button. That way you will get a personal notification when I go live later. I will post a link to the live in Patreon, so you should get a alert in there too. If you want to double your notifications, go ahead and get into Patreon and just register for the free membership, because I pretty much try to post my lives as soon as I do a live. So not every time do I post it before the live, but I definitely post it after. So if you did miss something, you didn't get a notification, you'll get a Patreon. But I am really trying. I've got a note on my computer, post link to Patreon. So I try to post it as I'm going live. That way, if you're missing YouTube notifications, you'll get from Patreon. And then that way, for whatever reason, we have, if you're not on my Instagram, you're not on my Facebook, you're in Patreon. Also, Patreon is pretty much where I'm posting all documents. So if you have a Patreon membership, then you have access to all of that. If there's something that you don't want to register, you don't want to do the research, you can get it from over here on a as needed or as wanted basis, or you can just opt in to the monthly membership and use it how you see fit, whether it's like a continued situation or just a one time, I'm going to get what I want to get for the next 30 days and keep it pushing. So no obligations there, but it just makes it easier for me to put everything like in one place. So anyway, guys, I'm not going to keep y'all. It's 11 o'clock. It's Sunday morning here on the East Coast. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you to our friends that have gifted some memberships. You guys are amazing. Let me open up my monitor. I haven't even had the monitor open this morning. If you're new here, subscribe. If you are make sure your notifications are set, and then also hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, support the channel. It's a free way to support the channel and tell YouTube that you're enjoying what's going on here on This Morning so they can continue to recommend me out. We have almost 600 and we have 321 thumbs up, 329. Really? Okay. Let's see. JMM, thank you for gifting our good friend Always G. Okay, sis, got gifted. And Summer Breeze, thank you, boo, for gifting Chi-Town CPA. Okay, let's see. Okay, JMM, this is for you. Thank you so much. If you just got gifted, make sure to drop some bingos in the chat. Do we have transcripts of the victim's statements? Transcripts of the victim's statements. Are you talking about the outcry statements? Do we have transcripts of the victim's statements? So are you talking about the day that they went for the sexual assault hearing and they read the victim statements? I have no transcripts of anything, Nesto. I don't have any. So I guess that's the answer. Do we have transcripts of the victim statements? I think Bible Lady has some transcripts because I don't know. It's been there's some navigation involved in that, and then I'm also not in Fulton County, so it's quite possible. And I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but I'm just going to say what I want to say. It's just weird when you contact someone on their job and then they never return your call, but then there's people who can probably be right there in the office. And I don't know who knows who and what, but I have sent requests to get transcripts on a couple of occasions and have never gotten an answer. And Dennis has said that it's easy to get transcripts. It's $1 a page. It's not like that big of a deal. I've never gotten a response. So I don't know if there's someone, like if there's an issue. I don't know if there's an issue or somebody has given a name and said, yeah. But I've never emailed someone at their job and made a request and never got an answer. So I'll try again this week just to see if I can even get to the right person. But no, I have no transcripts. No. I have a running list of things that when I do make it to Fulton County that I need to go check into and request. But I just almost feel like it's one of those things that if you're not in the place, is hard. And then also if people know people, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. It may be one of those things that the squeaky wheel gets the oil. And if you're, and that's not because you're local, but if you can actually walk in and go get something and request it, it probably goes a lot faster. But in this day and age of the clouds, it's like, come on. That shouldn't be a tough request, right? But I don't know. But it clearly is something that if you are in the building that you can get pretty quickly, right? I would think so, but you know what I'm saying? People, everyone doesn't know, everyone doesn't have all the same information. I'm gonna say it like that, right? Uh, what else am I missing? So guys, I guess that's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Let's talk about, I said, let's talk about, let me update this dialogue, Kayla. Let's talk about, he's done?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, the docket. We're talking about the Ernest Williams docket. That's it. That's it. That's all. Okay. That's what we're talking about. Okay, guys, I feel like we've covered everything. You got here just on time, sis, to go ahead and slide that bar back, okay? Um Oh, it's a pop-up? I thought it was we're doing Sunday lip service. I'm trying to see who's outside walking in front of my house. Okay. Let's see, y'all. Okay. If you are just now coming in, go ahead and slide the bar back. You said enjoy your movie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, guys, I'm going to let y'all go. I will see you guys later. I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure to set your notifications so that when I go live later, you will be notified. Thank you to everyone who showed some financial support today, gifting memberships, showing their membership support level, and providing some stickers. Thank you so much, guys. Again, very much appreciated all of you guys who came through. It's the Jailiversary pre-show. Absolutely. Yes. Great way to put it. Thank you so much. It's the Jailiversary pre-show. Pop up. Okay. Maybe I should put it like that. Jailiversary. Let's talk ERICKA King and Ernest Williams docket. Good morning. Let's say, I'm going to say instead of good morning, I'm going to, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to change too much because um YouTube, when you start changing these titles around, baby, they don't like it. Anyway, it doesn't like when I do that. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Pre-Jailiversary live. Excellent. I'm going to use that on the community post when I reshare this live. Okay. You guys have a wonderful day. Mocha Wine, I hope you had a beautiful birthday. We love you. We love all you guys. Bougie Gang, you're amazing. Bougie Gang, I did put something in the shop with Real Talk Bougie on it. Come to think of it, let me show you guys that real fast. Any of you guys who love a bucket hat, this is new, and I'm waiting for mine to come in the mail. Hold on a second. Let me show you guys. Okay, couple of things. Let me do some housekeeping items real fast. Okay, real fast. Let me show you guys. Okay, two things. Yesterday, somebody asked me, what microphone do I use? What microphone do I use? I have a couple. Okay. Right now, that I'm talking to you in right now, that I'm broadcasting, I am on a Shure MV7 XLR. Okay. It's a dynamic mic. And this is it. Okay. That's it right there. But if you go right here to, if you click on my profile into my store, you'll see I've got Bougie Gang Podcast Essentials. Now, your main essential, you can broadcast from your phone. I do it all the time. Okay. However, as far as things that are in my current tool bag, I do have a Sony ZV-1. And I had a similar package to that, but I got some different accessories with mine. But this was the most that I could find to this. But now it's actually out of stock. Now the Shure SM7, that is a bigger, more powerful mic. It's more like a radio station mic. but it's the big sister to the one that I have right now. A lot of people use those, so you'll see those on the YouTube streets. I'm on an HP. Mine is a 17-inch that I use regularly, but I also do have a MacBook 15 with the M3 chip. So those are some things I use in my office. I have a Logitech Blue Yeti, so you'll see me using that one. So when I was on Tasha K, when I was sitting in my other office, you see my Blue Yeti. But what I use on it every day is the Shure MV7. So all you have to do is go to my main screen and click on the store, and you'll see my podcast essentials. Also, I've got some hair essentials. Like you guys know, I always talk about Pattern Beauty that I love. So I've got some of the products that I use if you click on this picture right here. And then I've got some merch coming for Real Talk Bougie, specifically branded Real Talk Bougie. You guys have been asking about this. So here is the first, because I do love bucket hats. And I did it really small because I didn't know if everybody's going to want a big, ginormous Real Talk Bougie across their brim. But if you do, let me know. But I'm going to put up some Bougie Gang. There are some Bougie Gang t-shirts already in here. So if you click on the bucket hat right here, it'll take you into my store with all of the Love, Lies, and Lace Fronts, Bougie Gang, everything. And this is the first Real Talk Bougie merch piece. So if that's something that you're interested in, I'll have t-shirts and everything, but all the Bougie Gang branded stuff is already on there. So some of you guys may or may not know that if you want something that says Bougie Gang on it or want to support in a merch type of way, there's a lot of different merch in there. But if you want something specifically branded Real Talk Bougie, something like that, that stuff is coming soon. Okay. So just a little housekeeping item on that for those of you who've been asking and interested in merch. Also sayings like, and me. Okay. All of that type of stuff. Coming soon. Okay. Coming very soon. So I got into that yesterday, and I just have to finalize a couple of things before I launch and release them. But I thought that bucket hat was so cute, and I love a good bucket hat, especially going to the pool and the beach and stuff like that. So anyway, any questions, you guys let me know. Otherwise, have a great day, and I'll see you guys this evening. Okay. Let me see if there's anything. Jasmine, thank you. Hey, boo. Hey. What's up to everybody who came through on Facebook? Jasmine, Tammy, Susie, Ashram, Julie, anyone who make sure if you're coming through on Facebook, hit the thumbs up or the heart so I know that you were there. And share out this live if you can. I really appreciate that. And anyone else who's here right now, hit the thumbs up, show me some love, and hit the thumbs up. You guys take care. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Around 6 o'clock, and we'll get into some more shenanigans. Okay. Bye, guys.
You can sleep. Side hand, I'll be that too. Because chicks are young and this chick is old. So I'll be the side hand. Thank you, Reggie, for correcting her. I will be the side chick. The mistress, the side chick, the hand. It's whatever. I mean, name calling is what y'all do. That's